So obviously, like I said, so Forrest Gump was obviously directed by Robert Zemeckis. And obviously we know what that's about. Obviously, Pulp Fiction was Quentin Tarantino, who's
Yeah.
an unbelievable director.
Amazing. Yeah.
And Frank Darabont was obviously Shawshank
Okay.
Redemption, which was actually an adaptation of a Stephen King's novel.
Yeah, I'm sure
I didn't know that, but personally, they're just reading that now.
Yeah. A lot of his
Um,
novels have been
Would you
adapted.
think Forrest Gump should have won it? I suppose.
No, Shawshank, but
Yeah,
I don't think you could moan if any of those three won it.
no.
Really.
Maybe I don't know. I'm looking at now. We're saying they're all amazing, but what about
Yeah.
at the time when they first came out? Would you reckon it would have been viewed differently?
Yeah, I could see Shawshank being very popular. I could see Forrest Gump
Pulp
being
Fiction. I think
popular.
Pulp Fiction
I
might
could
have been the
see.
most popular, maybe. Because
Well, no, I actually think in that it could have been the opposite, and then it grew. Like some of his
Okay.
films, so you don't grow into you appreciate him later.
Yeah.
Like Django and stuff is a bit like da da da. But what film? All his films are.
Unbelievable. Okay. So we'll roll on the year
I
here.
know.
1995.
Oh, here we
So we
go.
have Braveheart versus Apollo 13. The winner was Braveheart.
Yeah.
Obviously directed by Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
As we know, it's a
Phenomenal film.
historical drama about William Wallace.
William Wallace, and don't get me wrong, pal, you lost to the English.
But obviously, Apollo 13 was obviously about the near disastrous 1970 lunar mission.
Yeah.
Okay, which obviously at the time was probably quite popular in there. But there was quite a few movies around there.
Yeah, I like Braveheart. I could understand it winning that though.
Yeah, I remember. I haven't watched Apollo 13 for a while.
No.
But it definitely was a really good movie for what in terms of what it did. But I think Braveheart. Yeah, I think it is. It's just such good storytelling.